Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Thursday, November 23rd, 2017 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I observe from the heart to alchemize and expand. And as I was sitting here today, ready to do the horoscope for Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving if you are celebrating, I was like, I really just don't have a theme for Sagittarius that I'm really working with. You know, Sagittarius does have so many themes, infinite possibilities, expansion, alchemy. Those are a few of the topics that I'm like kind of circling around. But I realized that I think that my theme for Sagittarius is moment to moment, like what I kept saying in GPS for this week, because I do think there's so much going on during this time of Sagittarius that it really is going to be a moment-to-moment thing. So let's stay tuned to see how this whole thing will evolve and shift. Today is 1 degree energy, 1 leading into 2 a little bit later in the day. 1 is pioneer energy. It is energy that moves us, expands us, travels us when we follow the call of adventure, another topic of Sagittarius, the call of adventure from the heart. So we have this calling, although some of us, those of us in the States, are in holiday mode today, which makes the astro so fascinating and interesting to me. There's always a way to be a pioneer and adventurer, even when you're sitting still. And of course, the Sagittarius will tell you all about that. All right, so we begin the day with the moon finishing up in Capricorn. Moon square Uranus. Squares are resistant. Uranus wants to shake up the status quo. What a day to start it, what a way to start a day where you're like with your family, friends, that kind of thing, with like that kind of shake up energy. That's happening early in the morning. My feeling is if you're one of those who gets up early to cook, be careful. Like, just be really like present. That's a good point. Be very present for what you're doing. And just realize, for everybody else, not everybody's going to follow the same path that you do. Not everybody's going to believe the same things that you do, and that's going to be okay. Can you be the observer today? That's really what I kept feeling and healing with this, feeling and hearing, not healing, but I guess healing too. Feeling and hearing with this energy. Be the observer. Be the observer. Let everybody walk their own unique path. And this is why. Here we have coming in the moon in Aquarius. Now that will shift around 12:14 p.m. So you may have a bit of a dip, a bit of a lull, kind of midday, although some people may be, in food comas already by that point. But if you have that lull, there may be a little bit more to that. But the thing of Aquarius, the point of Aquarius is uniqueness, to be true to your own rebel soul. Now, it's always interesting, again, when you're getting together in large groups of people to bring out the rebel energy. I really feel like the cards I got so interesting. I really feel like this actually may be potentially unwinding, if we can observe from the heart, some old wounds. We're building into a connection tomorrow with Mercury and Chiron. It's going to be a square, so there may be some resistance in it, but I feel like there's healing afoot. There's some healing going on as we build into this thing, and it may be healing around us being our own unique selves. I have the maturity card and the control card in reverse. Like, we haven't really evolved into our full self. That's an ongoing process. You're here in this body, you are evolving, you're shifting. You haven't reached your pinnacle yet. You haven't reached your peak yet. So just realize that. Don't get all caught up in control about how anybody else is showing up, or don't get caught up in their control when they try to tell you how you need to show up. You really do need to be true to yourself. Nurture yourself. But that being said, past lives. I have the past lives card. There may be some stuff surfacing. Be the observer. Be the observer in this. See if you can travel through yourself, through this experience, to learn something about yourself. Maybe even learn potentially where one of these wounds is that's kind of keeping you from fully embracing the uniqueness that you are. Now, I remember in GPS this week for the moon in Aquarius, I pulled cards that to me indicated we needed to protect ourselves. If like there was the bubble energy, like really be vigilant about our personal vibrations. So if you're going to be going someplace that is uncomfortable for you, you may want to take a second and like visualize like your happy energy encircling you like a bubble, you know, so that you're enclosed in that, so you can be that observer from the heart. That being said, all this being said, the sun and the moon are connecting today. Happy connection. It's a sextile connection, so they're supporting each other. And my feeling is this, especially when you're observing from the heart, can be very jovial. Just open up into a jovial, fun, connective evening with people that you resonate with. I believe we all have resonant points in us. So find where that resonant point is, even as you are the observer and even as you are being true to yourself. Now, I want to mention one other thing. I can't believe I haven't said it. It's so Mercury in shadow that I haven't. Mercury's in its shadow. We're building into Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde starting December 3rd, I believe. December 2nd, December 3rd. One of those days. Right around there. So it's coming up. We're in the shadow. The last couple days I've been like, blah, 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 words are really hard for me. Why? And I was like, oh, that's why. So just be aware of that with communications as well, that you may not be hearing things accurately and people may not be communicating things accurately because we are in the shadow. This is why we want to be observing from the heart, and we realize we can be the traveler, we can be the explorer, we can be the observer from this place, and that can be potentially really, really, really powerful. But just realize, past lives thing. Stuff may be surfacing. It is for healing purposes that stuff is coming up. Did I want to say anything else? Sagittarius. This Sagittarius time, so interesting. I laughed when I got my last two cards I'm going to show you. I got the transformation card from the Sacred Traveler deck. But I really like what it says. A fresh new way of living emerges. You are in a time of huge transformation. Yes, Jupiter in Scorpio. Yes, Saturn finishing up in Sagittarius. Yes, Mercury about to go retrograde in Sagittarius. This is going to be a very interesting Sagittarius season. Old beliefs, ideas, and decisions about who you are and what you deserve in life are dropping away, replaced by incredible vitality and new pathways. Life is a highway. New pathways to go on, to be the pioneer, to follow your heart. Let's see. Soon you'll be experiencing the world in a fresh new way. The journey transforms the traveler. When the traveler arrives at the destination, the traveler is no longer the same person who started out. Even if there are some areas that may be murky or unsettled in your life, don't be concerned. This is the confusion that often appears before the rebirth. Like the phoenix that arises majestically from the ashes, big change in your life is at hand. Don't hold on to the old ways of viewing the world and limited ways of thinking. Be willing to see the world with fresh new eyes. Changes are afoot, and it's all so very good. Observe from the heart to alchemize and expand yourself and to continue on the pioneer journey. Now, from the universe has got your back. This also made me laugh out loud. I find a deeper meaning and personal growth amid the discomfort. Remember that. You know, if you're feeling that discomfort amidst any of these situations that you may be in the holiday, or if you're not, you know, celebrating Thanksgiving, whatever the Aquarius vibes bring up for you, how can you be the observer? How can you live from here? And how can you begin to move from here? And how can you understand that Aquarius wisdom of everyone's unique path and allow that to unfold? All right, so that's it for today. Book a reading. Come join me and Niki in LA December 2nd. There is enough love in the world for you. The better it gets, the better it gets. Enjoy your day, and I will see you tomorrow. Namaste.